Hey guys, it's Tarkin. Welcome back to 190 Expanded. We're rolling back the clock a little bit on this campaign. I went bankrupt. It's complicated. Not that complicated. It should have been simple for me to see, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do this battle again because that's what's hot on the streets right now. Got here. Need to keep our hoard incomes worth or greater than the treasure to be safe. Yes, but there are potentially swings, right? Like when an assignment falls off for money, which might be a little bit of the window, right? You want more of a cushion because the assignments could do it. People could level up and their salary could increase at the end of a turn. I think people get paid more the higher level they are. Somebody could break a trade agreement, any old thing at 1,000 exactly. Because I think what happened with ours is, like I said in the comment, but also it could have been that the retinue thing fell off, right? Maybe the retinue thing flashed at the end of the turn, right? And so in between the winter retinue 15% off check and the spring, that happened, and then that started the cascade, possibly. But fortunately, I remember exactly what we did here, and it worked. Although we won't have to keep our reserve, because I remember exactly what we did here, and it worked. Now, the great thing about this army, I love this army so much, is that fire while moving is incredibly strong. I'm very, very amped about our swift skirmishers. They get it going on. The pass. Oh, you mean whenever you start the campaign? I see. Will we do that even if you march the first time? Or like, you take the thing, you march the first turn after that, and then you take group pass immediately? Huh. Like, all the spears are not really here. Oh, look at the arc on that. That is crazy. Okay, so something about the firebomb to note is that they are very, very wonky. If you are higher up than them, they will get a massive arc. But here we should be a good spot. I don't love how our cav is engaging here, but we're at least in the right direction. Away from them. We only lost 10 models. It's not so bad. We just keep running. Because they have, seen fit to yeah, and the bulk of them are still chasing in a totally insane way. Good for them. Yes, good for them indeed. And we do considerably better this time than the last. I mean, we did fine the last time, but here we know that their reinforcements aren't going to get here in time, so we don't have to keep the Lancers in reserve, because we had 2 of them in the back to guard there. But now we know that that's not important. So with our prescience, we get it there. Starting to tough for you made to the toolmaker, but he fight behind the path. And you want to turn the pass. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, I would rather have the pass too. It's much easier to take the minor settlement, whenever you decide you want to take it. But did you see the the people that are defending the gate passes now for bandits? Oh my goodness, they're so good. Now, now there's something for everybody. I'm like, where are these guys? Alright, they chased all the way over there. That's okay. Archers of Jing are just gonna get shot up here. And this flank will be brutal here. Da, 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 da. These Lance Chosen are like, oh, they're actually pretty decent at fighting. We shouldn't have left our guys in so long once they lost the charge bonus. I mean, you should never be leaving them in once they lose the charge bonus. Now the Chanters, we don't let the Chanters get in too far, and they get popped, and their effect was pretty good for us. So, Bandit Hunters there, and we need to shape up. We need to get correct. It's about to be a party over here. We'll be able to get over here. No, I don't think I will. Oh, I'm like, is he trying to chase the archers? Maybe. It doesn't matter, though. We just fire here. Alright, into the red cab, just don't stay there for too many seconds and you'll be fine. That's the rule. And now it's time for the dismount beat down. Alright, it is about to be a very rough time here in the center. We, for all that the early thing was fine, we invested too much into these fools. Fortunately, these red cav are going to be turning their shoulders. It's not where they want to be. This is a pretty bad engagement, but I'm sure we'll win. Sure of it, I say. Let's hit those guys. We need to get in here. The Zhongnu Cav will be going down. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we are getting absolutely clobbered. This is pretty bad. We might lose. We might lose this time. But maybe not. Is that all of the... That's all the infantry. Yeah, we might lose. That's a frontal charge. Pretty bad. But we still have all of our archers online. Yeah, we still have all of our archers online. We'll be okay. We take it downhill there. That feels bad. Oh, yeah. We stop chasing, and then they come back. I hate everything. It'll be fine. We're at least on foot. That'll help. These guys on him. Yeesh. Terrible. Terrible. That's what, we chased too far. Should have just kept in formation. Should have just... Feels bad, but it'll be okay. That's another one of their heroes down. We'll get a charge there. And hey, you know, at least they're not on horseback, which means all these spears don't really match up too well against them. Horses boost. Oh no, he's getting really beat up. It'll be alright. Oh yeah, we've used flame 0 times all game. Awesome! I'm so bad. Sorry, because you want to move west out and east. Let's freaking remember we want major enemies next time. For them to keep making all of that. Love that. You know, and that's, I think, one of the most fruitful things about mercenary contracts in general, right? Is the freedom to say, okay, now we're gonna help them. And we're gonna throw a sweet firebomb here. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be everything in the world we dreamed of, and it was perfect. And right on cue, we run in. We need to get these guys. Oh, they still have cavalry here. Well, fortunately, we'll wear our horses them. And then we'll run around and flank them there. We'll fruitlessly chase there. Feels great. I love a fruitless chase. All my homies love fruitlessly chasing the foe. Fortunately, our archers are super good at fighting. Way better than the Black Mountain Outlaws are at fighting. Or rather, as good as they are. But in a different way. But we'll be just fine. It was looking a little hairy when the blob fight was really big, but I wasn't appreciating that their morale was all getting into a rough spot. Hate that for them, honestly. Just a terrible shame. The Wuhuan are not good at charging. Well, they're okay at charging, but they're not good at fighting once they're there. I was like, Northern Courage, no, we're winning. Northern Courage doesn't happen when you're winning. You know, the important thing is that after winning this, he's going to run away, and then we get the auto against the gate pass, and we're not going to go bankrupt this time. Optimal play is over. Nice, nice. It's time for the mercenary telling you to do mercenary things. Love it! You know, I am wondering how long we want to pal around with Yuan Shao. Because if we can... The thing is we sort of have to bite off what we're chewing as regards... Oh, wow, these... I was like, where did those cav go? No, they're over there. Because we've already started raiding the Korean that we used to have a friendship with, so we sort of have to win that over there, you know, or rather need to. We could just chill, let them come to us or whatever, but... Of course, I was going to use money to do that, but... But great results out of Swift Skirmishers. As always, they're super great. Like, we're releasing them because I need money just desperately. Gifting to Mercenary Lord still appears to be broken, but I never like to do it anyway. Okay, I'll have to... I was like, I never even tried it, but yeah. Shengui. But you don't even live next to me. Fine, take a boat up the coast, whatever. I mean, I don't want them to. I'm actually more worried about them bringing looters in at me. Alright. So the crucial thing to do here is take the money. We're not spending this money. Yeah, we just need to chill for a second. We get the G of the Imperial Guard again. We save the game. I'm actually, like, embarrassed is not the right word, except that it is. I am embarrassed at how I couldn't just figure out what was going wrong while it was going wrong. It was not like a complicated problem to solve. In fact, basically, as soon as I logged off, I was like, oh, I bet it's that. And then I, like, you know, dug around in it and figured it out. But, you know, something about being, you know, witnessed abstractly, you know, it's different. I'm sure I'm not alone in that, you know, like, who among us hasn't felt like, well, I could do it if you weren't watching me. Alright, so here, he'll roll up there. We'll get this over this way. Because she'll need to support here. And this army... Yeah, because they do not like us, and we're trespassing them, and there's other values. But really, it's just that we need to have this fight, so we will. Like, do we have to have this red cav? It's expensive. Alright, now it's green, which doesn't mean anything. Nah. Let's, move forward. Hit the encampment for slightly more. Do we get more for it? Yes, we do get the 6% as listed. Good. Now here, we gotta increase the troop share. And focus on the traditional markets. And here, we should be marching here so that we don't lose the loot. And then we'll go over here, which has the loot building. And then they'll be able to go over here, recruit a little bit. Because I think he goes in here, and the two of them go to take that. Yeah, because he's like over here. Like, dude, I know you think I'm right here, man, but you gotta drive. You gotta drive your boat. You gotta get with your little steering wheel. You gotta pull the cord for the motor. I don't know how boats work. I imagine that you pull a cord on the motor. I'm just kidding. Only sometimes. Oh, and this time they do deign to back me up, so that's different. That's cool. That's nice of them. Love you guys. You know, that's what this thing's all about. That's what this party's all about. Me and you, you and me. Like, do we just start? I think I should build satisfaction buildings, right? That's what I think. But like, let's just stack money for a second. That's okay. We'll upgrade one of these buildings. this one. Leaving us with plenty of money. And we'll go ahead and start building the shaman's yurt there. Like, we're getting close. After all of me being like, we're not gonna spend all the money. Looks like we're spending all the money. It'll be fine. It's probably gonna be fine.
我已迫不及待聆听足下家言。
Rusted Edge. I bet his start is harder than ours just because their unique units aren't as good. The Shabe Headhunters are very good, right? But I don't think their purple infantry are nearly as good as our purple infantry are. And our red infantry are some of the premier anti-cav units of the entire game. They're really extraordinary to have access to at the beginning of a campaign. Absolutely massive charge bonus. And of course, anything good against cavalry is good against a hero as well. Anything with 400 charge bonus is good against anything it can touch. Brown Stallion. Yeah, because he's like right there. Guosi, nobody trusts you, nobody likes you, nobody wants to trust you, nobody wants to like you. Oh, that's right, because I built it was the level 6 one that I built that. I remember that was the big expense. And I was like, this is going to be so good. We're going to turn the Northern Carnage off. And we're not able to catch him, but that's okay, because we're also just like... The only thing is how best to begin the war against Jiangfeng. But I think we take Shandong first, right? And maybe even just trade it off to Yuan Chao for some land somewhere that we desire slightly more. It must exist somewhere. It could exist somewhere. Ah, we lost the money from the trade, and that happened too. All of these things that I wasn't noticing, right? May have all been the contributing factors, yeah, because that trade route got suspended right on the time when all of the other stuff was happening. Yep. Like, even one satisfaction feels like it'll help at this point. Alright, so here we need to... Can they make it to me? No, which means we need to besiege this. Spear Defenders, their icon looks sweet. They are big old chunky shielded armored dudes. Not good against us. We will just run hidden axes up and hit them with axes. They'll be destroyed.
释放怒火
That's right. We've got hidden axes. We got a bunch of them right around when I ran out of money. It's okay. Boom, 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 boom. He's a bandit one. They're both bandits. That makes sense. We would have inherited them from somewhere over here. Or maybe they were like somebody else's kids that were distantly related to. It's hard to say. Hey, Mr. Peanut, how are you? So I'm thinking we don't want to hit him at Hedong. We want to like
争夺荣耀
hit him over here first, and then roll down and hit the pass. Or we hit the pass first. That's desirable. I'm like, we didn't even finish him off. It's fine. We'll just leave him there. Is it still beta? No, it is a live version now. Very exciting. The updated one. So it is, you know, for everybody. There's still a few things getting ironed out, but it is an amazing time, and I do very strongly recommend it to anyone who's even vaguely interested in it. Alright, so here...
统一把谋士叫来。
Alright, we're gonna need... If we pull her out here, how are we gonna avoid going bankrupt? Do we have buildings we can cancel? I mean, we can just drop like a whole retinue over here. We could drop Tadun's retinue and send him off to get an army. I mean, that's fine. Yeah.
想问点什么？ 谁在叫我？
So we still have, you know, what we need here to defend. I mean, the pass is amazing. The pass can defend
再
itself.
而发。
We'll just do this. That'll give us the money that we need. So they're gonna have whole bunches of archers. A little bit of
坚如
that.
盾牌，
And we've
势
got,
如
I
一刃。
mean, a retinue. What's gonna help us win? This guy has terror, right? Seems like that's as good as it can get. Alright, time to get buffed up. What do you want to wear? Do you want these sick things? No, she's already got her awesome thing. Yep. I mean, do we want this? This one gives even more instinct. The buff thing won't matter, and we'll give, we'll give... There... And we'll see, right? We'll see if this is close enough. No, we can drop both the Zhanbei riders. Hate to do it, though. Oh, we'll get post-battle loot here. Yeah, so here we see, up here in the middle of the battle, we see what the game is saying the currency is, right? It says we're at negative 582. That's what it believes. So, that's okay. That's the horde minus the thing, right? Because it doesn't acknowledge the truth of things. Yeah, so that's exactly what we've got to do. You just got to make sure that if your treasury is less than the horde buildings, that you are still within that range. Because here, if we go a couple hundred under than where we are, then it's all toast. But we could drop... Just really need to win this fight, but...
坚定不移。
Really just need one cheap archer here, and that'll be enough. I feel like that puts us into the danger zone, though. Yeah, we better not get any closer to it. Due to the way the hordes work, right? They don't distribute the money that they make in their horde out to the greater armies. So you can't rely on your administrative functions, in your treasury to get paid out of the horde. Like they're going to defray some of their own costs, but it does happen, on their own time. They're a loose autonomous collective. That's what the horde income has to be theorized as. And crucially, they bite and run off that way. They both go to march here, which is crazy. Oh, this is good. So I think we're gonna be able to. Well, no, they won't hit the night battle because they're not besieging us. I don't think. Yeah, but this is just fine because we'll. They're too far to get in here now, so we just coast in right here. And occupy. Oh yeah, and of course we do have access to raise because we're the cool faction. And that is something that is super awesome about this faction, specifically for king making, right? Is if you want to really mess somebody up, taking their land and giving it to somebody else isn't remotely the worst thing you can do. You can just go carve out their capital, all their huge prestige things, the 50 or 100 turns they spent, burn it down and bounce. We're gonna, of course, not do that. I'm not gonna burn down a mine. The host thrives. And they call it a mine. A mine! It's so interesting seeing that the hubs are built. And here, of course, they didn't break the old thing there, so we're fine. Take the one down, grid cell. Oh yeah, there's always that. It's the same. That's the same as raising. Except raising costs some more. It's much less fun. Exactly. Here, these fools are right here, and we're just gonna wanna... I mean, I hate paying this for a defensive force. If they move towards the city is better able to defend itself than this place is, because, you know, the Howlin' Wolf can sing him a song. Oh, we got 2G now. Well, this dude is about to be a monster, because he's got Tenacity of Steel. What a guy. And we'll give Luban the other one. Loban. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the marks are, and even if I was, I would do it wrong some of the time. Most of the time. If I really focus, I can say the names just slightly wrong. I'm so ignorant. It's okay. I try not to get hung up by it. Filial and Incorrupt, very important. Let's give her something to do and give him something to do. Build a silly little thing there and hit Bandit Patrol here. This will get us, you know, in 110 more prestige. Be alright. Be alright. Do we do this with our small army? I mean, I think so. So I just don't think he's around. I think he's like over here. Because we would have seen him if he was right there, and there'd be no reason for him to be here unless he's in the pass. And even if he was in the pass, you know, we just back away. But we'll hit this, make some money off of it, and then recruit another small stack in there. Somewhat affordable. Because even just, you know, like some archers or whatever, definitely worth doing. Autumn next turn and then winter after that. They're very far from supplies, so they have to take a fight or else, you know, have a really bad time. That's possible too. Is he at war with them? Yes. So he is currently landless. It's probable that he might come over this way. But he's at war with you and Shao as well, so he might try to take this land and then get punched in the face by the big guy. We'll see. The retinue here, man. It's pretty good. You know, not a lot of shields, but that's fine, you know. You got a wall. See, Jay, my girl, you want to be in a coalition with me? You know, your global strength 68. I know it's not a good idea. But that's my girl. That is my girl. Think I'm gonna say no? You've never met me. I am fiercely loyal across timelines. And as you've joked before, Luke, one day it'll lead to me being unable to say no or to execute anybody. I'll just be like, I'm like, I don't know, I guess just let him go. And I'm like, Cao Cao, I'm like, just let him go. I like him now. He was the Prime Minister of the Yellow Turbans. They're doing their thing, and like I assume we'll try to deal with them, but you know, if he's here, at the very least, he'll, you know, because he's in an alliance with these bros, so, you know, if he moves through the pass just mauls them. Like, the pass very easily beats them in the auto-resolve, I'm pretty sure. And if they besiege it, well, then we'll just roll right up with these fools.
则战无不胜。还是有些用处。
We get very, very beat
我
up,
扫清六合，
but it is
天
okay.
下才能平定。
Huzzah! Yeah! Someone built me the good bandit building. We're not breaking this one. For satisfaction, faction-wide, baby. And then we've got this corrupted court. I think we'll just break that. Alright, now that we've got cash, we need another person in here. Whom shall we send? Our girl? Yeah, let's...
拿起武器，
She'll bring some D-Horse archers to the mix. And these guys are quite solid, right? All right, so we got massive bonus first infantry of 50, decent charge bonus, fast, a lot of ammo, shoot kind of quick, decent evasion, and decent armor. So, yeah. We'll see what kind of firing arc they have. They don't have any... They only have 40 models, right? So there is that. They don't have, like, the bigger model count because they don't have the Northern Courage, but we're about to not have that Northern Courage anyway. But here, alright, well, all we need is some guys to stand in the breach, right? That is right. Affordable ones would be best, because this army doesn't need to do anything flashy. It's already got the flashy stuff. This time, Gogon didn't leave. Oh, so he got... Nice! Yeah, that's like what I thought would happen. Because I had been playing around with it on testing things, so yeah. I was like, I just, like, every time I did it, like, twice, but I was like, I always got over there and got to get both of them, but... faction support low? Yes, faction support low. That's okay. We will wait.
引而导之。
I think I'm like, do we want reach here? Do we want biting gale? Because biting gale is like, what if I forget to use it a lot? We'll just get it. And what if I don't forget to use it a lot? I might play well. You never know. We'll give her a proper horse. Need like who deserves? Oh, and they move in this way. Well, you know, this is not going to help them either. They're really rocking a hard place in right now, because of course here, you know, it's similarly a situation they don't want to be in. It's about to be winter, and they're about to be in rough shape. If we march here, we can, yeah, we'll march here.
力求上进，功名震天。
And try to affect, yep, there we go. Now they're split, crucially.
志气凝神，
And I think, oh yeah, we caught him.
立马行动。杀！
Boom, baby. Beautiful.
缜密谋划，方可取胜。
Yes, we do not have war fervor anymore. We have horde buildings, and very lucky we are to have them. Here, it's like, yeah, no, the movement for this army won't matter because we won't be able to fight the other one. But this is perfect because this army, you know, by itself is, you know, even less capable of fighting one of these things. And it's about to be winter. There's nowhere for them to go where they win a fight with this. And now this army is roundly beat up. And we're in better shape than ever to continue on. Now, Basically, we get this guy marching over this way as quick as possible, and don't even try to wrap up these armies, because while they're paying for them, that's good. Here we take the old public order, because I'm a believer in the public order. I think it is desirable. But just like that, you know, now we've got, like, decent satisfaction, which is pretty annoying. But, you know, it's hard to deal with till it isn't. Now we got 2 filial and corrupts, which isn't a ton, but it's some. And then, you know, we've got a handful from a few buildings, and it's like, I don't know what you're trying to do, buddy, but it ain't gonna work. Oh, he was the one with the book. There you go. There you go. He was the one with the book that gives you the faction support that I had gotten used to the whole time. Well, it's alright. Yeah, we'll just have to wait. But this angle just worked perfectly, and we're going to buy this because that won't put us into a bad spot. Yes, we're still fine. 1.9, yeah. Or no, it's about to be winter. Let's not. Let's just, because when winter hits, the retinue, the expected income gets very wonky until we hit the Bandit Council. We will invite Liu Bei to our coalition. Yes, of course. 0.408 Liu Bei. Liu Bei, we could have been together. You and me, pal. I've got this Dailu horse. No one's currently riding it. I'm like your biggest fan. This is Stan. I would write him a letter. I'd be like, hello, I think your ears are fine, actually. People used to tease me for my ears, too, Liu Bei. That's just one of the many things we have in common. Once I imagined making sandals, I wasn't good at it. You know, that kind of thing. You just, put it onto bamboo, I think, is the period-appropriate way to send a letter. No, my arms are about normal. Yeah, Mr. Peanuts. All right, let me pull up the menu. But yes, there is a way, and it's very reliable and wonderful. We will say kindness is good. All right, so the horde building here, as you build your horde up, you get access to more buildings with the level. When you look at the eye above the building, it'll show you what the next levels are. At the host of level 6 and 7, it disables Northern Courage for that horde. And so you just build the horde up, and then there you're also getting prestige, movement range. It increases the upkeep, but you get morale and replenishment in foreign land. And then you also get effects for your host from the amount of like people in it, right? Which you can take out of a town or put into it for other effects. So at my thing, we're maxed out. We lose 6 movement range, but whatever. Get 8% armor, 12% damage on melee infantry, 6 more morale, and 14 replen. So you get morale from that, and you get morale from the building. Once you've turned Northern Courage off, you're walking around with like 15 or 20 extra morale. And you know bandits get really cool stuff. And yeah, and then the other buildings that you get access to, you know, you're looking at some pretty interesting stuff that gives you, ammunition, armor. The Wuhuan unique building gives you unit mass, but each of the I believe each of the tribes has their own building in the horde that's, you know, their thing. But yeah, but that's how to remove the debuff. And I was gonna say let him go, but... Because here...
坚持不懈。
I'm like, if he makes it up here, does he win that fight? I mean, maybe, maybe not. It's two strategists, though. It's two strategists and a bunch of people that can hardly just, like, run in through the archer tower, so I think they're fine there. Do they have fire arrows? They do have fire arrows, though. You can see Jinja at level 6. Anyone? Yes. Yes, as anyone, indeed. The Travelers, yeah, I know that it said that they were unbinding it from the unit class or trying it out. You know, because as we know, the AI very rarely chooses to get them. But he's like posturing around there, being obnoxious. Yeah, we're getting tons here. So basically, from the buildings and then reforms replan, like just our horde, we're getting 27% replenishment, which for turn 50 isn't insane, but it's super good and makes me feel pleased. Oh yes, the council, the bandit council. I'm like, why did we go into the red so bad? Let us counsel back to the traditional focus of our people. You know, it makes us like 1,000 on the upkeep and then like 500 on the economy focus. Seem like myself like having on commanders. Yeah, I didn't think that strategist plus commanders was bad, but I
威加海内，乱世遂定。
I'm glad. I'll be glad to see more of them, you know, because, like, for all that they could be a little annoying to deal with, I mean, they are some advantageous things, and maybe the AI won't use them well, but I bet they'll do okay sometimes. We'll just get our satisfaction there. We're just going to build our little crummy little buildings and make everybody happier. Except here, we're going to upgrade the industry. Yes. And then here we... Yeah, we're just trying to chase them down. Because if they're just stuck around being weirdos, then we'll be okay. Oh, the Korean tree is a webbed out thing from the center. Oh, awesome. That's right. I knew that, but I didn't look at it at all. And it looks like they have like a rank that they climb up that gives them things, so that'll be fun to play eventually. So buff there, but yeah, it webs out and then, you know, lets you... Cool reach effect, Wisdom of the River there. But yeah, very cool. But yeah, and then you can demolish the buildings, but I don't know why you would unless you just didn't need, you know, because you can get other stuff. You get recruitment reduction, you get line of sight, you get food. Can play as the guy starts alone. That is very nice. Yeah, I mean, they did get a bunch of stuff, though. You know, they got unique, you know, characters, traits. You know, there's a unique tech tree now. Alright, and that's enough.
遵命。
Let's The longer we wait, the more chance that
由此
Young
对
Feng...
足下可谓大有裨益。
Hey, look at that! My buddy! He wants in. Why not? I mean, why not?
无心甚
Because
伟
I can tell you right now that in like 2 seconds, he is going to be knocking at my door and being like, do you even like her? I'll be like, who? He's like, Jung, do you even like her? I'm like, my best friend in the whole world? He's like, yeah, I was thinking we should kick her out. I don't really like her. Like, my girl? It's just the sort of behavior you expect. Like, but she's my best friend. He confederated him for those your opportunities have gone. Yeah, have you look, I don't know if you are familiar with this, but it's called like MCT or whatever, but there's mod you can change, you know, here you can decide if those things are going to happen. And it affects your next campaign. You can do it from the main menu, but yeah, it's a mod there that you like leaving it a chance. Fair enough. Yeah, I just left it all the same. But now we've also got the ability to change the ancillaries you start with. You know how sometimes you get 2 and sometimes you get 4 or whatever. That's the base there. I need to stop enabling historic mode. I want these people in the game. I don't want them gone. But yeah. So you already knew about it. But yeah, that's I think that's pretty cool. I guess the options thing had always been around. I just wasn't that familiar with it. You know, I learned a lot through the course of testing and such. What we want to do now is
相信直觉。
just get ready to take them here. And now the faction support is stabilized enough to where we're not getting anything negative. I was like, I wasn't paying $1,000 for some hardened blades. I like to think it got a little more sense than that. Yeah, all we really need is purple here, right? Yeah, all we really need is hardened blades, so... Purple with some shields. And that takes us to 4 count of them, and then... Let's just get some crummy little cheap warriors, because I want to replace them with something soon anyway. Like, because he's like, and this is what happens when you walk the wrong way in my house, right? You know, they, because now we can go back and forth. He, because this one would need more help. This garrison is still mustering up. This one would be fine. So now, when you walk the wrong way in the Korean part of the map, right up here, even just at the transition part, but anywhere in it, and like something happens and you can't take the city that you went for and you run away, you might well be running away into a place where it's just like you are going to run out of military supplies. You can't get general that pacifies the South because you don't live there. And yeah, let's just convert that to the loot thing right now, and that puts us right at the edge of money. Current plan is set up shop in the Black Mountains and then take land in the straight line west from there, but not past Taiwan in the east. And then just picking on people and creating tributaries. You know, that's what a good way to be, right? I love these nomad factions. I think they're really a bit of brilliance, you know? Like it's they're so cool. And I guess we're not that far from, you know, why we should take this. I mean, it's 12 though, eesh. But it is satisfaction and character experience. The Chosen the Eight Immortals are actually pretty amazing, right? Oh yeah, they're super amazing. It says small unit, but it is 200. I don't know if that is... Well, because in the rebalance, most of the Yellow Turban stuff is 200, so maybe they are supposed to be 200. But anyway, that's a pretty affordable, great unit for 200. You might have to be like level 6 to get them or something, but... The territorial units, which are territorially crumby. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's test knockouts. Like, these are amazing, but we don't need green guys. Like, you know, the White Wave Bandits might be good, but, you know, why don't we just clean up some of the stuff that we've got the land for? Why don't we just? Because now that we've got all the lands here, you know, it'll be a lot faster than it was earlier when we decided we didn't want to do that. And the White Horse Raiders are a good addition to an army. Yeah, Zhengzheng took some land, my girl. Although, of course, now everything's going to get more expensive for her all of a sudden. If you want my advice for Zhengzheng, and you're watching my show, I assume you do. No, I only say that because this terrible, creepy, awful guy in V for Vendetta always says that. Always. He says it this one time. It's like, do you want to know what I think? Well, you're watching my show, so I assume you do. But, you know, more Britishly. And, anyway, no spoilers, but if you don't like that guy, keep watching the movie. And, so that's why I say that. But, I think this is gonna go just fine. Celestial Sword gets made. Hey, we can give somebody 10 satisfaction. Hello, my upset lady. Why don't you wear this? She's not always upset, but she is sometimes. Yan Liang is, like, right here. And if he hits us, right, then we get reinforcements from the city. I love these situations on the map where it's like, oh yeah, because Yuan Shao gets a very hysterical trait, like, he is a great friend to have. Because 50% reinforcement range, faction-wide, applies to a lot more situations than you would think. It's real nice. And this guy is stuck in here, and of course, that makes me feel good. And the roads here are just fine, you know. We also have bonus movement range and all sorts of things. It's pretty easy to get along with once you show out that initial diplo. Yeah, you know, just do everything he wants to do. Which is, after all, not a bad thing to do in a game like this. If you are, like, you know, the guy's friend. We're just gonna roll in because there's no reason to back up. And now they are solidly on the back foot. And we're hoping that this guy will do something a little foolish before, but... Because once the turn after we get them, then they'll get the military supplies, but, you know, they'll be in bad shape here. Oh, look at him. I mean, he might get here. He might get here. He's got the alligator wrangler here.
听尊便。
As long as you're not the Emperor. Sun Qian is the others supposed to keep happy, and Cao Cao will turn on you, even like you, right? Liu Bei likes everyone. That usually includes you, but it's also not. Yeah, the thing with Liu Bei is you can't ever let him feel threatened, and you can't let anybody be stronger than you. But, like, that's pretty inconvenient. What was he doing over here? Oh, well, you know, I bet.
话快讲。有话快说。
No, he's fighting you in Shu. What a gent. He's fighting you in Shu over there.
欢迎朋友。
And ZJ is fighting everyone in her neighborhood. My girl.
见识一下我们的激情。
And look at this garrison, right? Guardians, Yosha, Force Warriors, Gallants of the People, crazy crossbowmen all around, Protectors of Heaven, Defenders of Earth. Just a stacked level 5 bandit garrison. They're so good now. And once we take it, it'll be ours.
见识一下我们的激情。
And,
养兵千日。
and they're just on the wrong side of it there, so that's good enough. And of course, once we get these miners over here set up and up to level 3 and stuff, you know, this is a good spot because it's incredibly difficult for the computer to get at you, and you can just sit right at the top of their land, which is a huge province, and raid it, and then, you know, constantly cause rebellions. And then what else are they going to do? They're going to have to walk so far to get to you. Korea is a great place to have. It's so hard to get, but not for us, right? We're the Horde factions are uniquely situated more than any other faction of the game by virtue of the Hordes, right? With the foreign replenishment to just go in here, because every other bandit can raid, but they're not healing up 14% a turn while they're doing it. And they might have dropped that one army.
不要分心，召集众人，有要事商议。一统天下。
We roll in here.
万民之声不可小觑。
I think they're bankrupt. That's a shame. Could never happen to me. Grab the lumberyard. Ignore the advice. Conversion, destruction, disaster. Oh no, now I see him. You know, the whack-a-mole on it is going to be a little annoying, but we need to get this army with some dudes in it, right? That's the only thing to do. We'll just get affordable guys. Yes, affordable guys. An affordable army will do everything we need to do. Like we're flying too close again. Bum, 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 bum. But here... Oh, he can do industrial exploitation? Why do I have him with an army? We're just gonna do that until I don't need money anymore, or until I remember that we put them there.
心怀怒火，奋勇杀敌。
You know, y'all, I'm gonna take this auto. I've got fire arrows. I'm gonna take the auto, but I'm just saying that it giving me... Although these troops are here, the game either thinks my army is bonkers, which isn't. I mean, it's real good. Maybe the computer doesn't know that Northern Courage exists. But, I mean, we would have the balance anyway. But, I mean, it's pretty... I mean, this is a straight-up Imperial plus special thing, but, you know...
设宴摆席，欢呼庆祝吧！
We're gonna take it.
此城
Look, have you ever
我
had
之所有了。
a single dwarf lord beef like a whole Skaven army, and you said it very much knows about it? Okay. And you just said, well, I'm gonna take it. Yeah. Yeah, because we had the balance even though they were defending and all. I totally believe in us taking these peasant warriors now, you know. Saving money. Good stuff. Alright, and now we can...
充实巨年。
Because we're gonna get, like, no cav here. We don't need any cav to deal with these fools. We have a couple of Janbei riders. Sorry guys. Y'all are real cavalry. 20 bonus first large. Untried riders have 50. Now that's what I'm talking about. Untried riders are really quite good. But now this army's here, and of course they'll be, you know, getting together with a little bit of time. And let's just try to have like 5,000 for a while. That seems good. If we could do that, that would seem good. Going out and clearing out your saves. Say you're more consistently thought. Did you not only play the same factions, but quit at just sort of around the same time, too? Well, you know, you like what you like. I'm already thinking about playing Wuxing again. Because, of course, now that I'm playing the rebalance, which I am finally, you know, learned a bit of, and now I'm excited about it. And now it's like, so they're trying to take the pass here, but, like, they must think... Because I guess the other side of that is, you know, they, oh, no, they're raiding? Alright, and here we're gonna decline this to keep the contract fine for another several turns, and we get a brown stallion. Alright, so... Oh, we just had to do that thing. Oh! Because he's on the other side. I'm like, well, you know what we'll do, guys? We'll just wait. I got a feeling that help will be on the way. Because either they fight right now, in which case they still have to besiege it. Youthful can also raise, just has to go to resource. Ah, okay. Cool. Here... Well, I don't think there's really a risk of them just cracking it in a turn. And for all we know, they're going to come over here and hit them. But, you know, we could... There's no risk in doing this.
快点儿！
Yeah, we just march here and push them off. Do they get to get in here now? Maybe. You know, they might get to attack this now, which would be annoying. But, it's what I get, right? That's what I get. How do we get more admin? It's probably somewhere on here that's like in the Wuhuan or underling positions, yeah. Chongle Palace. Well, you know, we'll get that later or never. Alright, and here they're marching. This is perfect. We get to pop him. Because now they're going to be down to just the one army. You know, going to march in the forest of my land, certainly a choice. We're going to take the 500 here. And, you know, it's just really nice to be able to chase him down like this, because, you know, if you even make contact, you're always going to be able to totally eliminate your foe. And that's just pretty nice. And, you know, he might attack here, but if he does, then we've got him, and we're moving through the mountains a little bit there. I'm sure it will be just fine. We're just going to march so that we can be sure to get up there. Oh, and he actually is totally going to get in. Do we need much to win this fight? Bet my girl can do it.
居安思危，未雨绸，精力充沛，如获新生。
We're gonna leave the lady with hers, but we're gonna take this one. Oh, she can't equip it. Of course she can't equip it. And we really need more loot in the main army too. Not like it's hard, you just gotta find a place and raid. I mean, an enemy place, crucially, an enemy place. Can't just raid your own land, that would be convenient, but... I'm really glad I had the save where I did. I'm really liking this campaign. Glad it didn't really affect much at all. here, you know, we're losing a ton, but we will, of course, be able to hit the old important buttons and suddenly be in more or less shape again. Like, they're not going to be able to run away, and then we're going to be able to wrap them up here pretty easily and get a big old chunk of post-battle loot. And then we don't need the armies over in Korea. We don't need both of them. We just needed them for a second. So we'll be able to drop one. And here we take the money because we don't really need the movement. Yeah. March to get in here for the supplies. We don't really need the replen. We'll go over here and raid. New flows definitely losing over here, and then we know the old Yuan Chao dance where he goes over here and deals with problems. And we've barely stopped, the amount of prestige he would be getting for himself in doing this. Oh yeah, and then they're besieging us here. That's fun. Well, I kind of need the walls. I'm like, oh no, what if I just sent her to her death? That would be bad. That would be real bad. I was thinking, like, yeah, they'll attack and we can win the fight, but what if they just besiege me? Then I can't, like... He pays off 900 plus 100 character experience. Well, we already have enough people. He's a good... I mean, he's got charge reflect. He's agile. And it's all good, but I need money pretty badly, so we're just going to take the money. And we have destroyed our foe. And he'll be able to support in a turn or two, but And it looks like this dude has at least a little bit of land over here because he has this commandery and this whole commandery, which I believe is the one that stretches over this away. Because this is like this one here, and this one is like this one, I think. Cao Cao has made it across the river in the year 200 with his armored archers, his saber militia, and some Yuuzhou die-hard warriors, all of these guys. And when you die hard. Alright. Wait, somebody here isn't necessary. Who is it? We'll just recall the prince, because he is expensive. So this whole army doesn't need to be here, does it? Well, we have to leave some of it. We will drop this and this. And we will, we'll recruit, a stack again there in a bit. It's gonna be at least several turns before we need to, get them anymore. A eunuch. Okay. I mean, it does give you counter-espionage, which now counter-espionage is a super excellent assignment because of the amazing, anti-spying, pro-spying, is this guy spying on me, spying on him. You get to see all of that. Oh, and they have reinforcements coming up. Wow, yeah, I was I was clowning on him, but this dude not only is coming up around, but is sending reinforcements. He's like, you in particular. He's with 9 guys. I hope you rot for this, buddy. We got some assignments to do. Oh yeah, and we got Ganning. You know, it's a pretty charmed run. I just need to get up and get up and go, right? Need to get something going for us. There's no commerce here. It's here that the commercials are. We don't have bandits here. Banditry, rather. Nor really there. We'll just do a text collecting here, and then we're gonna... get pop growth? Sure. Need to upgrade it. Need to do a lot of things. Let's go to level 4 here. That's worth a slot. We're still in the green. Like, what is gonna save us money? Are we around anything that's gonna save us money? No, not really. Get 2 assignments there. That won't save us money. I think the discounts are down here, which isn't super far away from where we are, right? On the web, anyway. But, I mean, let's just... Well, I mean, we don't need to research our own people. We'll take this one. Pop growth, armies, character experience, 6 turns. What's not to like? I know, right? He's like, hey, I've been hearing you talk about all the cool things you can do in the campaign. It looks like our girl ZJ has lost to Chunwin there. But, you know, maybe through our alliance we've become friends, and she'll show up one day and she'll be like, you're my best friend. I know you always had my back. You know, you're the best around. No one's ever going to bring you down. And I'll say, I know. I feel the same way about you. And if you and Qiao ever ask me to vote against you, you give? No, not I give. Why would I give you this? That doesn't make sense. Northern Courage Pierce off with Garrison. Yeah, I knew he said he was doing something with that, and that is very excellent, right? Because wouldn't it just be terrible? I thought about that, actually, from the first time you ever told me about Northern Courage. I was like, man, it seems like we've had... Alright, time to win. Now, Yalu has, you know, she's got one dream, to find a duel here and win it kind of quick. But maybe, because she's got Roar. No, she has Tenacity first. Well, you know, let's see what we can do.
我们一路奋战不已，才有了今日。
I mean that it worked. Ah, yes. Great. Huzzah! We have worked hard to reach this point. Yes, we have,
现
Qiuliju.
在，胜利之青睐奋战最猛之人。
They've got fire arrows on the archer militia, which are definitely going to work. Now what we want to do, I think, is pull them into the interior and fight them there. I don't think... The initial clash is always bad if we engage there. Because here, you know, we'll be able to control it a little better. It's like what normally happens, right, is we get overwhelmed. And here, we'll just put the captains, right, in a shield wall, like here and here. Because we stand up at the front and then they shoot at us. And then we'll just, like, do, like, yeah, one of these things, and then we'll fight under these towers. Because they're not in great shape. They're fine, but they're not in great shape. They can't just punch through an infantry captain, right? We'll have spears to support, spears to support. 2 red calves, yeah. And there'll be like a mighty ring that also helps. All right, I'm gonna go pick a fight. So I was thinking we should not do this immediately, and now I'm thinking no, we should do this immediately. I bet one of y'all's brave, but maybe not, right? Maybe because I think this is time for me to play like I'm playing the old way, right? And crucially, you know, messing them up with the initial harass, you know, they can't break my style. They can't hold me down. We're gonna bash them. We're gonna see how many kills we can get, and we'll take a duel later. Because honestly, I feel like this is just a fine idea. She has mighty knockback, which means that, you know, she's a lady. They don't want to duel yet. I bet in time they will. Because here, too, we can split them up a bit. And... like, not into the spears, if you please. Because these guys, they are burning down the towers, right? But these archer militia, they're now just firing at that one. But I think they're about to be breaking. So this initial harass, have we lost any HP? Not really. Not really. Just gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep on being a hero. Qiuliju can be a hero for just one day. Let's hit this guy. Oh, they had the archers and the spears, but you know, we backed out in time. Because there's only a couple of them that have the fire arrows, but all of these are burned down now, but that's okay. Yeah. You want to duel me? Very well, I accept. Oh, he got, he was on his, he was drinking his own Kool-Aid here a little bit. He was like, oh yeah, I'm so strong, you'll never hit me. I've got 100% evasion. Yeah, that adamant resolve, that'll fool you, old boy. This peasant band is almost breaking just by being around the fire. So let's see if we can give them a little bit of help here. Because, of course, it doesn't take too much damage to make these fools run, and if we can get them to run, then maybe somebody else will run. And she's going to beat him up pretty quick. I mean, he does alright, but he's got like 6k off of her, and he's almost toasted. He's almost battered. He's almost covered and chunked. He is almost taken all the way care of, and now they are running right in to the trap, and right as they engage, right as the most important time for them to fight properly is, they lose the duel, tanking their morale. Beautiful stuff. Anybody else want to duel? Sentinel? He's not very good at it. Champion? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. And importantly, that'll stop him from getting engaged here. We need to get out of... Not into the fire. Not into the fire, boys. They really messed themselves up there. They don't have a guy like me to tell them not into the fire, boys. So now they are en route. And now it's time to fire at the guys in the front of the line, while Qiuliju tries to win 2 duels in 1 battle. We'll get the sword guard this way. You know, Binding Fury is pretty good, though. If she gets hit by a couple of them, you know, we might end up in some really bad shape. But he, you know, he's got a spear, which is not, like, a great weapon. And we are, you know, he's not going to be evading anything. Where'd those spears go? Spears? What about the red calf? Get him on there. Oh, man, he hits her with another Binding Fury. Still, she's got 8k hit points. You know, how long is the cooldown on that? Only 30 seconds. Eesh. Oh, and it reduces her armor by 100%. Oh, I forgot all about that. Oh, that's real bad. Well, at least it doesn't have a lot of armor on it. Or non-armor piercing damage on it. You know, she could still win. She's still got 7,000 hit points, and he's down to 10. That next Binding Fury could really tank her, though. But maybe, you know, she's hitting accurately and super heavy. Just a couple more hits, and our girl Qiuliju will put him into the dirt. She's got 6,000 hit points. He's got 3. Even if he hits her again, even if he... Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Takes her down to 2.4. And now he's a 3. Come on, girl. Get him. Win. You're a champion. Yes. Yes. Ha-ha. My girl. My beautiful, perfect girl. There is no one in the world like you, Qiuliju. She's running now, but that's like, you know, she's just, you know, she's got to lick her wounds a little bit. And it's not cowardice. It's street smarts. And anyway, you know, she lost her horse a bit in the tumult. Boom, baby. I can't believe I doubted her. I can't believe I was like, oh no, what if she dies? No, not my girl. Not my girl. No. Okay. I thought we crashed. I was gonna cry. But they are so messed up. You know, these bandit raiders are really a treat to have, because they have 400 charge bonus with our faction effects and all the blah 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 going on, and that is really very good indeed. These shields are they're 80 in the model. They've got a lot of good stuff going on, but it won't be enough. No siree. Wonderful. Because, you know, defending feels really good if you pull it off. I only hate defending if you have to defend the same place all the time, and this is really only in Warhammer, right? In Three Kingdoms, it never feels that way. I actually think defending sieges, when you're prepared to defend a siege in this game, is incredibly fun. In both minor and major settlements, in a way where frequently in Warhammer, I would just, like, prefer to never do a siege defense, although I've really done some great and enjoyable ones in the past. It's just one of those things. I feel like the maps are a lot better made in this game. Some of them are like wonky and like, you know, why would a person build a castle this way? But some castles are like that too, right? I don't know, maybe the Northern Courage is almost we're defending here, because it does appear to be ticking down. But we win! Heroic victory indeed. Cathay settlements have it the closest. Yeah, you know, every now and then there's one of them where they line up just right and you can actually, like, fight in a couple of... Oh, I don't remember the one. You know the one I mean. It's got the walls and blah, blah, blah. You know, the really big one. Where you actually have, like, the central point and then, like, the backup, and they have, like, the two walkways, and they have the sides that go up and around, and, you know, towers that actually function. Do we pop this guy? I mean, they really went through a lot of trouble to come to my land. But this guy's an alligator wrangler. I think he's from Chupan's faction.
We'll
just release him. After all, anybody brave enough to wrestle alligators deserves a second chance. Our girl ZJ is falling away. Alright, there's a kid who says, if you can't pay up, I'll take your fingers. Stay with us, kiddo. You're gonna go far. Hey, and we get Coiled Dragon, which, frankly, is obviously the title that my girl deserves. What does it do? Armor piercing damage or something? General health? Yeah. I don't care that she doesn't need the satisfaction. I don't care that we don't need to pay her this. She deserves it. She's our special girl. And she gets Bellow. Wonderful. I love you so much, Yalu. You're the only person in this faction I care about, Yalu. It's not fair. It's not fair. I liked her before I met everybody else. Dance with the ones that brung you and all. Alright, here we can... We could start trying to get redeployment lower. But I kind of like just... We have so much food. We got to start doing something with this food. Well, I guess we're going to be able to start pushing through... You know, maybe we don't have to do some of this food, right? Because we're about to be able to start getting people to be our vassals, which will be an excellent thing to do with the Koreans, assuming that they can accept it now, which I confess I did not look at. But even if they couldn't, that would still make sense, right? You know, because a lot of people can't... Oh, new pun. What you got, buddy? Negative satisfaction wide. I don't want that. No, we don't really need him. I just figured... Hey, there we go. Now a philosopher is going to start hanging out with Yuan Tan. A philosopher is basically my favorite ancillary in the whole game to see early. This is hardly early anymore in 201, but it's basically my favorite thing to see. 10 satisfaction all the time gets you green faces. My favorite. And now, finally, I'm glad we didn't fire all the people in the Wuhuan.
准备远征。
前进。
Alright, and she needs to bounce over here because it's getting too hairy there by far.
新春已至，我等皆心怀大愿。
And this Shambedu, there's no reason to get rid of him. He's not a spy. I love being able to see that they're not spies. It's so comforting, right? It's such a great change. I'm like, who gets in here? I'm like, what's he doing? I want to get him in. Oh, he's off gallivanting. All right. Because here, if they take this place, then they take it. But I think, because I don't want these two armies. I feel like could take them, and then we'll meet up here, and then we'll get it done next turn. Let's go ahead and. Yeah, hidden exit. Why not?
不露声色。
一统天下。
I love that if you like somehow get it to where you're in the recruit menu and go over here, you try, it like moves the march icon over, like, here you go, this is why you can't do it. Pay attention. Oh yeah, and we forgot to get a thing with her, but we'll get her on the road again. Alright, and then we'll build. You don't really need public order. And it's just the local for the 4K there. Let's start trying to get research. I do like research. Kangan declared independence. Nice. Good for him. It's important to be brave. Some people say you should be smart, but I think it's important to be brave. We're like not worried about him here. Ufalo is at war with us? Question mark? Yes, he is.
Go
here, and then after just a turn, then we'll go in here, raid it some, and get to look at our friends over here. Gyeonwei, root of unmatched power. No one could confuse them for anybody else. There's no chance that anyone could ever confuse him for a different man. You know, sometimes that's all you need to make a friend in this game, is for them to have a super bad time. And then they come crawling back, and you're like, well, you know, I expected to see you. We actually have wonderful line of sight in this commandery here. Like, gigantic line of sight here. It's awesome. And we'll tell them that recklessness is cool. And here, he's in March. He could get here. Well, let's just get in direction to... Well, like, this is all mine, right? Yeah, so... May not even be able to see that I'm here. Let's just march for it, though, just to get us further in. Alright, so now he's marching back through this way. I don't think his army is going to be in enough shape to deal with me here. And now he's at sea. And if he attacks us, Qinggong will be able to support. Hooray! Glorious time! Wonderful stuff. We'll get a shaman on him. I always figured him for a shaman type of dude. Raid up, get everything good there. I'm like, haha, tax exempt, there we go. I'm like, I got good reserves, plus like all this other stuff here, man. It's not actually, you're not going to be able to cause a rebellion here that quick. You're not like me. Right, so that's all good, and that's all grand. Good. Like, is Qingui at war with Yuan Shao yet? Because if he's not, he might find himself at war with him by the time he stops trespassing on his freaking land. It's a long walk back home, right? Nope, they get on the water. And stay out of Woolworths. We have established, though, that they will absolutely bring armies, and some of them will still be here. Oh, the notifications all died. That's curious, huh? And then, because they're going to have upgraded retinues by the time that they go into a force again. So we won't need these armies on this front for, like, a while. We might get a holding force there, but I think the better thing to do is take a naval expeditionary force. No, not really. We'll just, we'll play whack-a-mole every now and then. You know, we've got visibility due to our friendliness. Sure bit. Will you get Northern Coalition? No, he doesn't want to. That's too bad. Alright, Kongrong really wants peace, and we're going to be able to squeeze him for it. He's only at war with us, you and the Yellow Turbans, so we're just going to see how much money we can get out of him. And then we're going to get all that money. Oh, amazing. We're going to get a ton. Just a whole lot of money. I don't even remember him declaring war on me, if you're telling the truth about it. But, you know, I guess he's tired of me punching up on him, and, you know, I accept his apology. It's very gracious of him, very learned, very gentlemanly, very cultured. I always like that about you. Going wrong. I always, you know, it's a real gentleman. I bet if he did something wrong, he would apologize with a massive chest of gold. That's what I've always said about you. I'm glad to be right. You know, I'm glad to see, you know, that his elegance was not understated. Let's build here. We need to build income buildings while we have this cash. Unless you're a super, in which case you'd rather die. My man. My man. You know, say for better or worse, you think you thought it was untouchable. You know, I think I would agree with that assessment. There's a danger in a certain kind of intellectual believing that other people are as sincerely invested in the structure as they are, right? Which sort of like the true Confucian scholar class, as I would like theorize it, you know, think about it, you know, which is different than the guys who took enough of that to get into the civil service, right? Like, some of those guys are proper scholars, and they always get, you know, called out for actually being real scholars, or rather mentioned, not called out. You know, it's the wrong connotation. But yeah, you know, and, you know, from his perspective, he was just doing what he was supposed to do. Why should anything happen to him that was negative whenever he was fulfilling his obligations, right? I think he actually believed that, which is... I think there's, like, a beauty in that level of naivete. I think it's very nice. Like, I don't know if he's home, but we're about to go knock, knock, knock at the door. Positive 3K right now. Oh, we need to cancel the trade agreement with Toba Jiffin. Because he's not paying us. He doesn't have any land. Like, I'm sorry that happened to him. And now we can trade with the Han? Sweet. Not sure where we connect. It must be along the riverways, but you know, as long as they're around, why not? Why not, I say. Young Fung wants peace desperately. We're not going to give it to him because, well, I don't want peace. I want his stuff. You know, we have a fragmented sort of setup here, but hey, you know, it gives us the important gate pass, and you know, if we get this very rich commandery at level 6 no less, then we'll be in good shape. We have, of course, certainly have everything we need. with food to pay for these buildings. All right, we just need to.
冷静沉着。
此战乃是为博取荣耀而战。请进，何妨平心一叙。
Draw him.
向前进军。
We can just do this for like a couple more turns, then we'll actually be able to stack a little bit of money. No, and these buildings will get built, and then, you know, to save on postage.
团结一心。
A lot of dreams that can come true. Of course, if we just take this commandery, we'll also become another 1,500 or so richer.
谈谈贸易吧。
Oh, our contract against Zhongyang wore out? Or Yuan Shao pieced out with him. If he did, then we can peace out with him too. We don't want that contract, though.
实乃得陇望蜀。
I bet I can get somebody to give me a contract against the guy I'm already fighting. But yeah, I imagine we'll see Zhongyang has pieced out there. And then, of course, he was at like positive 30 for it. I think it was him and not Yongfeng. So we'll be able to squeeze him for some cash. Nice. We get the Sworn Brothers swords. These things are very, very strong. You get those on a proper sentinel, and you will see somebody pop off. Another reason I love these factions, right, is the Wandering Craftsman is the best ancillary in the game, by far. Why? Because it's like wishing for more wishes.
恢复原样。
Oh, we moved up into an awkward spot there. That's bad. It's okay.
向世人宣告我军大业。
We'll just keep on raiding.
拦截敌船。
That's what's hot on the streets. Like, I have no idea where they are, but I don't see them. But yeah, I guess our contract's over. Oh, it could have just been 20 turns. We have been at war with them for a while.
老友来访，甚是欣慰。
Like, why don't we just re-up on this? This will remind Yuan Shao that he's at war with them. Yeah, I think it just wore off, you know, successfully. Maybe that's what happened when the UI wiped all weird. Maybe that was the end of the,
威加海内，乱世遂定。
the end of the contract, and it hiccuped, it got scared.
正在行进。万物失节。
Is it time to get him into the field? I mean, yeah, I think so. When's the next time we're going to be able to afford getting a big retinue like that into the field, right? Hey, look! Love it. Multi-bolt. We're seeing it on a Zhanbei. I love it.
准备作战。
Yeah, it's like, and now you're about to be locked in here with me. God, Ning can wear swords? Here's some sworn brothers for you. We'll give it to her when she gets tenacity. He's the dual G. Oh, right. That's right. I think we took him away from him when he showed up because we were like, look, we'll give him back someday, but one day when we're rich, we're going to make him the heir. Oh, we need to find a husband for Qiuliju. She's going to get all old and lonely. She's 27 now.
正气如火，熊熊不息。
Or did she marry you in 10? Yeah, never mind. She married you in 10. That's right. She's got like 4 kids, doesn't she? I forgot that was her that married him into the family. I remembered he was in it. It's midnight 30. Alas. Man, I'm having such a good time. I'm glad we got the economy wrangled a little bit. What? Oh no. Oh, they have a whole other army. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Oh, we're gonna lose. Yeesh. Well, we do have a lot more morale than they do. We have a lot more morale than they do. Yeah, battle for next time, indeed. Gan Ning's gonna be able to shoot somebody and probably kill them, you know. This Vanguard, he has 20 missile block. We'll just take a shot and try to kill him. Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't. We won't necessarily lose, right? We've got good morale in the guys that we have, and we've got four Swift Skirmishers and 2 Merc Archers. That's a lot of juice. They got hybrid archers, they got reds and greens. You know, it's gonna take courage. But yeah, a battle for next time. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. If I had my preference, I would just play till 4 in the morning, but that would be against the agreement. Can't be talking loud and all that. Stomping my feet. Anyway, yeah, if you're playing a horde, remember you gotta pay attention to the horde income. The hordes are not funding your faction. They're funding themselves, and they do that on their own time until that gets sorted out. But I like this faction a lot. We finally turned the corner on the satisfaction problems through ancillaries and buildings, I think, and now we get to settle into losing to surprise second army from Korea. Man, we could have just pulled away, right? I wasn't expecting second army. Maybe it's in March. Could be in March. We'll see. We'll see when we come back. But anyway, good night, everybody. Good night, Luke. Good to see you. And good night, Mr. Peanuts. Good night, all. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be around later. We might play tomorrow morning because I have no control over my video game desires. But we'll see. We'll see. If not then, you know, I'll probably pick back up like Wednesday or so. But if you're watching in the future, disregard all the time-sensitive information. Hope the weather's nice. Good night, everybody.